Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Let's see if I'm getting this. I'm trying to do this. William just got home, so I was
Just walked in the door.
flying solo,
There it goes. Now I can
and
hit it.
let's just say I'm out of practice.
Instagram.
So we're live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the places, some of the places.
Maybe.
Um,
Say hi if you're out there. Let us know.
There's no one out there.
No one's out there? What?
No, we just started. We didn't put up a banner because I don't know how to do that.
More things you don't know how to do?
Yeah.
We gotta teach you.
No.
This is no. No, no, no.
Let me tell you.
How's your day going?
It's fine. In one day I ruined my schedule.
I noticed that. Last night I was going to bed, and I was going to bed on my schedule. I said, "You're not in bed yet."
I'm over here. I'm cooking dinner.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
Norma's here.
Hello, Norma.
Marianne's here.
Hello. Marianne.
That's it. That's just the two.
That's it.
The four of us.
And we're hanging out together.
We can play cards, I guess.
That's all right.
I started breaking out too, so that's extra fun.
And then did you go for your nature walk today?
No. Susie's watching. Hey, Susie.
Hi, Susie.
So yeah, if you would be so kind to like and share.
Oh, let me share this to the group.
Because otherwise, it's just gonna be the six of us.
Hang out together.
And we're gonna play cards. Right. I don't know what we're gonna do.
That's all right.
Guess who?
Not ideal, but all right.
We're gonna play Guess Who? Who wants to play?
That's not me.
Who is it? That's me.
That's you, but I gotta share from the Allegory.
Huh. So how are y'all doing? I'm actually pretty good. I'm just a little frazzled because there's a lot to do before I leave again.
The universe giveth and taketh away today.
Correct. And so early this morning after William left, I did some work for Touchstone. I'm working on the membership committee and gathering information.
Get those memberships.
Yes, but also developing what that means. Like, what is the membership program?
What are you gonna get?
So, huh?
What are you gonna get for a membership?
We're trying to figure that out now. So part of that is they want to do. I'm like, let's do this, and this, and they're like, well, let's slow down and I probably shouldn't be talking about this. Anyway,
I was like,
So, anyways, stuff. Anyways, I'm gathering information for that and working on putting that kind of together. A little presentation for them while I'm away. So that's going to be interesting. Trying to I don't know.
We can put together a good multimedia presentation.
No, I don't need to do that. Oh. But I am going to be away.
Flare.
Nah. The work is flare enough. If they don't like it, then they can do it. No, I'm playing. And before I get in trouble.
I know you're gonna get in trouble now.
You know, there's only 6 of us y'all watching, so.
You don't know who does the rewatch.
Well, that's
Remember,
true.
This stays out there forever.
Correct. I have love. I do actually.
Yeah, you do.
But
you work very hard for that.
It is one of those things where I do have to figure things out. You know, it's one of those things that there's a lot of data out there that needs to kind of be collected first before we can move on. So, anyways, that happened. I was working on that, and then I got a call from a Massachusetts number, and I was like, "Who's this?" But I kind of knew in my heart of hearts.
Class is canceled.
Yeah, I had a class canceled, so I was kind of nervous, but also kind of, I don't know. It's good to know whether it's because the one that I was going to take at Touchstone, the organic metal with Margaret Jacobs, that got canceled. But it's better to know than not know, I guess, because then you're kind of just like, am Am I gonna
Well,
go?
now
Am
you
I
know
gonna
your
go?
next week's free.
Yeah, but I already filled it out.
I mean,
So
but you could fill it up.
yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't know. It's still so. This is how my life. I don't know. It's like this, that, and the other thing. I kind of feel like it's here, there, otherwhere, somewhere there. I don't know.
So Massachusetts called.
So they called, and they're like, good news and kind of good news. And I was like, what is this? And they're like, well, two things of good news. First thing is your class is running. So I was like, hooray. Second thing, something happened and a space opened up, and I have a place to stay now.
Hooray!
And I was like, hallelujah. And the lady I talked to started laughing because I guess she's not used to such expressive conversations early in the morning. But then they're like, okay, it's time to pay. And so I paid that real quick. And luckily, I had sold some paintings at the opening, and there's a couple other things. So there's a slight cushion.
The cushion is pretty much depleted now.
But the cushion's wore thin, y'all. It's like, those chairs that your butt hurts at the end. There is technically a
when you
cushion.
Stand up, it poofs up a little.
There's technically a cushion there, but your butt still hurts when you sit. Yes. That's the kind of cushion we got. So I needed. I kind of knew because we went over some of the numbers whenever I got back. And so I kind of knew what the situation was. So last night I stayed up really, really late and worked on some things.
Both cooking and working on something.
And my hands were a mess, y'all. Let me just tell you, it was a mess. But at least I got to trim my nails. So I was happy.
He was so
okay. If you have long nails, that's cool. You do you.
I generally have my nails are longer than yours.
He generally keeps his nails longer than me.
I like to see a little bit of the white.
I like to see a line of white. Just
a
line. 12-point line of white. Not even. But anyways, I forgot my nail clippers because I kind of did and kind of didn't forget. But I didn't want to go to
you took a van but didn't fill it.
Well, let me just tell you. If you've ever shared a room with somebody and they start clipping their nails and you don't know them that well, it's one of those things that can be, how you say, off-putting. And so I kind of knew.
Especially if they go to their toenails.
Yeah, I didn't want to get to that level of intimacy. And luckily I didn't have to share. It's kind of nice to share when you get to share because I like sometimes that.
Sometimes.
You never know.
He's like, I'm okay with that.
If it's a good person, then I'll be so happy to share. But if it's like not a good person, then it's less than desirable. So, and also you have to adjust your sleeping schedule, and you have to be extra careful. And at least I feel that way. Some people, they don't care. One of the people in the house, they didn't care, and they put their TV on or their music or whatever they're listening to at full blast. And it was
they're from the city, I bet.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were.
They're used to that. They're just like, you deal with you.
Yeah,
you do you.
And they made this cocoon in their room, which was kind of neat because they left their door open every once in a while so you could see. It wasn't like I was creeping. But so they had this cocoon, but it, I couldn't hear it because I was fur enough. You can tell the Southern's coming out because I've been talking to the Southern folk today. So I was fur enough that I didn't hear that. And I had the fan going. Can you hear the fan? I was hot today, So there's AC.
There's AC running.
It's not gonna not happen. Let me just tell you.
How many people are watching? There's your friend.
Which friend? Oh, hey, Andrea.
Our friend, I should say.
Can I hang out with you in a week? Anyways, I now don't have a class after Airmont, so I'm free to hang out. Let me
Surprise!
see. Surprise. Heart. That means yes, right? At least I'll stop by, at the very least.
Absolutely, she says.
Oh, good. We'll talk more after because I can't do 5 things at once.
Can't do it.
No, my brain doesn't work with that. Amanda is watching.
Hello, Amanda.
Suzanne is watching.
Hello, Suzanne.
She says, "How are the mushrooms?" We didn't eat them yet.
We're getting there.
I
am excited.
Prepped them.
They smelled so good last night.
So I prepped them and I did small batches, so they got kind of a little bit crispy. You know how
he's like, "Do you want to taste them?" I'm like, "No."
You're gonna have a surprise.
If I start,
you're not gonna stop.
Yeah, because they smelled that good.
It was like
night.
Pringles.
And I just took my pills, got ready for bed. I was like, I'm gonna have to brush these out of my teeth.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's for dinner tonight. We're gonna make kind of like almost like pulled pork sandwiches.
I picked up the coleslaw and the buns.
So that's like a southern thing. Do y'all eat coleslaw in pulled pork?
Yes.
It's not. We're not back to meat, y'all. It's a mushroom that we found.
Pulled mushroom.
But what are you gonna call that? Pulled chicken mushroom?
Pulled chicken mushroom. What is a chicken mushroom? What is the name?
Sulfurous polypore.
No.
It is.
It has to have another name, right?
Sulfurous polypore.
Chicken mushroom.
Named. What is it, William?
I'm looking. All they do is chicken mushroom.
And the real name.
He's like.
Suzanne says yes when I did eat pork.
Latriparous.
Latriparous sulfurous.
Latriparous sulfurous. Latiparous.
Whatever.
Latiparous.
Something. They orange and yellow.
Pulled latiparous.
They orange and yellow.
Barbecue pulled latiparous.
That sounds terrible. That sounds like you got some kind of something interesting happening. Anyway, so I was working on that last night. I was working on little paintings. And then I reached a point where I said to myself, am I going to realistically finish these paintings before I have to leave? Also, when do I have to leave? So I called the school up today as well.
He's messaging me.
I called the school and I was like, I know this probably sounds dumb. And I know this, you probably have heard this a lot of times, but when do I actually have to be there?
It's like, I got there a day early.
Last time I went, I got there a day early and there was nobody on campus. And I was like, hello?
Luckily, a bed was made and ready.
Yeah, it was already set up and ready to go for me. And like, they didn't even know I was there. And the housekeeping lady, she's like, oh, hi. And I was like, I am here. And she's like, oh, yeah, sure. So anyways, I'm not, so there you go. So anyway, so I called them and I was talking to back to the Massachusetts call. So then they're like, all right, time to pay. And so I paid, and then that cushion got thin, and then then skip forward. I called the other school, and then they told me when I had to be there.
Yes, because that was a different school.
It's a different school. And I called another school because I had to ask them questions about stuff for membership for another project. But anyway, so here you go. Suzanne said, did you get the ghost underwear? No.
The what?
Okay, so my friend Diane Hockey, she posted this interesting kind of underwear contraption.
The one you said I blamed Diane for.
And so now my feed is all these interesting underwears, and one is an invisible underwear that you clip on. I was like, how do you...
That reaches far around.
How do you measure that? It's like, do you measure your...
Don't want to know. It reaches down and around. That's all I can say.
How you call your undercarriage? I was going to say another word, but I don't want to get banned on the Instagram.
Do not.
Hey, Sonia.
Sonia is here. Hello.
I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. by talking about measuring
your
stuff.
down and around underwears.
Down and around. So, anyways, so no, I did not buy that, and nor will I ever buy that. And then people like, this is for parties, and then somebody else was like, how do you wear these with your pants? And I was like, I don't think those are meant for pants wearing. That's meant for a free and easy time.
Free and easy.
M. Jane says, hey, Andrew, is William with you? Yes.
It's right here.
Say hello, William.
Hello. Hello.
He's here. So anyways, Marianne says, chicken mushroom sounds better than sulfur shelf, another common name for it.
Sulfur shelf?
Yeah, it's yellow.
No, thank you.
Angela's here. Hey, Angela.
Hello.
So we got a couple people watching. Thank you for watching. So I started looking around, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish these paintings before...
Because you figured out when you have to arrive.
Correct. Well, no, that was later. But last night, I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish. So what I did do is I found a stack of pieces that I had been working on, but then like life happened and stuff, and I never finished them. So I spent a couple hours after finishing up those little dragons, and I thought it was kind of fitting because our friend Marty Brown, who I just saw, her business is called The Dragon's Odyssey. And so I was like, oh my gosh, it's all like clicking together.
The universe giveth.
So, and then the universe took us away. So we applied for the sponsorship program for one of the local holiday fairs.
Handmade Arcade.
Don't be naming it, William.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so don't be naming it.
Why not?
Because I don't want them to be saying, you talk smack. And
It's not talking smack.
Well, you never know what people consider smack. So I'm just not going to name names. And you're going to not name names.
No one heard me.
All right. So anyway, you like high on life. You can do the live. I'm going to step off.
Apparently I'll say too much. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter if I'm not here then. So anyways, y'all. We have to slow down our high energy. I'm not built for this.
You're not built for this.
No, I'm not. I haven't been doing this. I'm studious worker. That's my way.
Okay.
So anyways, what was I saying? I don't know. So then we got told that we didn't make it. So there's a chance to apply again, but we'll see if we get in or not. So good news, bad news, good news, bad news. It's kind of the theme of our lives. We have another friend. What is that?
Kemaher 35? Sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing, but hello, friend. Thank you for joining us on Instagram.
The Instagram name is, I'm like, I don't know. I may know you, but I don't know. I don't know everybody's screen names. Marion says, definitely a no pants underwear. We're going to probably shift away from the underwear conversation. Also, how do you wash that? Like I don't know. It looks like it would dissolve. It's like them edible underwear. M. Jane says, simmer down, William. Simmer down. Correct.
I'm just saying where we're not going to be.
Well,
where we might be. We don't know yet. Just because we didn't get in one way.
Anyway. So I worked on those collages, and this is going to be a little bit of an odd show. I'm going to have William take over.
What? No.
Yeah, because he can tell you about his day.
No.
Yeah, and then I can work on the papers, because they're going to be I know how to do the papers. No, William, there's other stuff that has to go on there.
These are all numbered.
So he's going to take over. I've done my report for today.
I asked him if he wanted me to do this, and he's like, "No, I'm fine." And now he's changing his mind.
Correct. After I got the high energy. You gonna leave me to drink?
I can go away. I can go away. You can do the line.
Lennox and I made sangria. There's a whole pitcher of sangria.
Yeah, you didn't finish that.
And I don't really drink when I don't have company.
You also have ciders.
But I also have to do work. Never mind.
Yeah, you can't get hammered.
Hammered? Who's talking about getting hammered? I got a long drive ahead of me. I
when
definitely.
Do you have to leave again?
Like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Night. Sunday morning.
Sunday. That's not tomorrow. This is Friday.
So that is in the night. So you go Saturday and then you leave in the dark.
It was like 5. That's going to be still light. 5 a.m. Sunday. That's like light. That's morning. I'm
going to leave a little bit earlier.
You're going to get there way before.
Suzanne says, where are you going to? That's... I don't know if that was appropriate. That looked wrong. So I'm going to Airmont. It looked like that. Yo, I need to burn some sage or something, ring some bells. Get
What's
this.
going on over there?
It's like a wild Mr. Toad's Wild Ride up in here, up and down.
You know what? Someone came in the store with Mr. Toad's Wild Ride shirt on today.
See, I'm vibing with the universe. M. Jane says, you can come see me. I'm going to go take a class, but if you want to come by, then come by.
Come by.
But I'm going to take a class. And I got a scholarship.
You can't wait.
So I work hard in my classes. I don't play around. Sometimes people go to the class and they're like, let's go swim in the river. I said no.
Not until after the class.
After class, then maybe. If I get over the social anxiety of getting naked with people, then...
You did not get naked.
No, I did not. I left all my clothes on. Which, by the way, it was very humid. And my clothes only dried out the last day of that I was there.
3 days later.
I was like, how does this work? How do people stay dry here?
And that was north. That was more north of here.
It's in like a wetland though. Yeah. So it's wet. So so the car got blazing hot. Which I don't understand. It was like an oven, y'all. It was like a moving oven. Like I could bake pizzas, make cookies, do eggs, something another. Here, this, that, and the other. And it was still. I hung that up in the back. I drove people around with my clothes, my underwear flopping around in the wind. No, they couldn't see it. I'm half Asian. I'm not gonna advertise that. My bloomers, my comfort. I was gonna say comfort panties, but that's not appropriate.
You just said.
Well, there you go. You get a little bit of life. So anyway, so they didn't dry out until the last day.
Crazy.
I even put them strategically. They had these bar chairs, not bar chairs. They were chairs that you get from IKEA that have real tall backs, and they have multiple kind of bars, and you hang towels off of them. So I strategically put that in front of the fan, and then let them blow around, which is another good thing that I have roommate. Because
roommate would have been doing the same thing probably. You all gone to the
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, maybe they're not comfortable with the naked.
Well, I wasn't. I left all my clothes on. The people, they went, some of them, I got, I was like, But I went into the water up to here too.
You didn't dunk your head?
I did, because they did this thing where you go and you hold hands in a circle and you dunk your head in the water. I was like, what's this?
Kind of group stuff is this?
I said, what's this? We all baptized now up in here. The mountain stream. Something's going to happen tonight.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. No, I didn't get invited to the second kind of night swim. Saltwater Pearls is watching. Howdy.
Hello.
I didn't get invited to the next swimming party.
Oh, no. There was another?
Yeah, they swim in the night. I was like, I saw snakes. I'm not swimming in that at the night.
That's why you didn't get invited.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know what kind of snake it is. So he's like, well, you can tell by the shape of the eye. And I was like, did you think I got close enough to see the eye shape? And then they're like, well, sometimes the anal gland. I was like, that's even more close.
Yeah, that's close on the other wrong end.
I know.
There are two wrong ends of a snake.
I was not like, hold still. Let me check your underparts. No.
Both wrong ends.
No, it's a snake. And it was laying in the road, and I didn't want to run over the snake because, I do like life and stuff and like creatures and things. Good. But I did have to get out in the car, and I was like, trying to like make it go. And I was like doing parcel tongue, like Harry Potter style, even though we're not supposed to, whatever.
No, don't do that.
But anyways, I was all like, go, shh, shh, shh. So not only was I late to class, but I was extra late because I was like trying to snake talk.
Did it go?
Yes.
You snake talked it?
Yeah, I was like, don't make me check your anal glands.
Don't make me run over you.
I know. So, MJ said the shape of the head. I was not getting close enough for that. Maybe y'all like herpetologists, and you can be like, oh.
He's like, I got bad far away vision. I ain't seen it from
there.
I ain't getting close enough for it to come in clear.
Correct. I was like chasing it like that.
It's fuzzy over there. It's not getting any clear.
I know. It's like snake shape. Snake shape, not friend shape. So maybe if you like snakes, then it's friend shape, but it will not friend shape for me. So I was like, but I did see some cool flowers in the swamp. So, Suzanne says not the shape of the head either. Well, then I don't know. Then I was gonna take a picture.
Just stay away. Unless you know. It's like a mushroom. You don't eat that unless you know.
Correct.
Snake, you don't go touch it unless you know.
We ran into somebody on the trail yesterday right as we got to the mushroom. We talked to them for a little bit.
We had to get there before them.
I know.
In case.
I thought they were coming for the mushrooms, and I hustled up that hill.
Yeah, you did.
And with my little knife. And
he had his knife out.
Correct. I was like, this is the first one I found in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't had chicken mushroom in years.
And then so they were like, they were not interested.
They had no idea what it was.
And then the one she seemed like
she
seemed like she could have been interested.
The other one had no interest.
No, she was like,
if it's not in the grocery store, I'm not buying it.
Suzanne says snakes are friends. I like snakes in art, and they can be friends in art, but in the touching time is not friends for me. That's not friends.
You want to cuddle?
That's bad touch.
Don't cuddle.
And you know what? One of the kids, and I can confidently call him kid because I could have been his dad, or possibly grandfather. Actually, no.
Like,
he is old enough that I wouldn't be grandpa time, but he was literally half my age and then some. And he was like, look at this video. And so now my Instagram, the Discover thing, is all these people who get bit by snakes on purpose. So I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently the young people, they watch this guy, and he gets the snake, and he makes them bite his arm and stuff. And then the one kid, he's from the city, and he was not having it. He's like, is he black? And he was. And I was kind of laughing because he was like shook. He was like, what's he doing? And I was like, I'm with you. I feel the same way. I'm not letting nothing bite me. I don't want mosquitoes bite me. I want ticks bite me. I want snakes bite me. I don't want nothing bite me. How about that?
You don't even want the cats biting you.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. M. Jane says you are the snake whisperer. I don't want to be.
He's like, no, thank you.
That was me clapping, trying to get it to go.
I don't stick to my birds.
Even that. I have a healthy respect of nature. You
used to call the birds.
Oh, I do talk to the birds.
I told you.
But that's different.
Only New York birds, though.
Yeah, the ones
Maybe
here,
when
they're
you were in New Jersey, did you try it?
No, I was afraid of what I'd call down.
The New York accent.
Probably half the people at the retreat were from Brooklyn. So Marianne says coloration can be an indicator for poisonous snakes, but there are also mimics. Correct. And
it's supposed to be like what order the colors are in.
I don't know that.
I don't play.
Michelle says I love snakes. I love the look of them, but I should also probably let you go on so we actually get people to watch.
Nobody's watching?
Our numbers just drop significantly. So
that's just the game.
Suzanne says, now that's stupidity. I'm guessing about the biting. I feel like that's how you get some kind of like disease, right?
I guess they say it builds up immunity for snake
I don't
bites.
care. That seems like anything that's like piercing your skin like that, it's not
meant to pierce your skin.
I don't know.
It's not meant to be pierced. It's there for a reason.
I don't know what's up, but that seems like you're gonna get something. Like it's gonna be some weird kind of like something else, and then you're gonna start developing scales, like in Game of Thrones.
No, thank you.
And then you're gonna have trouble times, and then they're gonna have to cut it off with a hot knife. So,
wow, that went dark quick.
No, it's true. It's truth telling.
Truth telling.
MJ said that's totally nuts. And she says I'm eclectic. Maybe. Suzanne says no, it doesn't build up immunity. It can kill you. Correct. And which is why I have a healthy, and rational respect for nature. I don't want anything biting me, and I feel like that is a healthy thing to do, to live by. Okay, I'm done with story time. So we can switch. William can tell you about his day.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
I'm gonna try not to
flash people.
No. Because when I did that one time, I didn't realize how that would accentuate my bosom.
Voluptuous you'd look.
I know. This shirt, I like this shirt because it's not super tight, but it also drapes in a way that makes me feel, in pictures at
voluptuous.
Least, it accentuates my curvatures, and I don't know how I feel about that. And I don't think I can shrink it, because at this point, it would have already shrunk, right? I think it just gets looser and looser, like that black shirt that's like a dress now.
Yes. That's a nice shirt. I do like that shirt.
But it's like a dress.
But it is a dress now.
It starts off at an appropriate length, and then it just gets longer and longer and longer.
It's a good shirt, though. I like it. Marianne says, have you done your laundry, Andrew?
No, not yet.
He is not.
I was waiting because...
Jane, I'm with you, Andrew. I love God's creations, but I will respect them too.
Correct. I don't need no itchy, scratchy, bumpy, bitey, nothing like that.
Don't do it. Andrew says, you're not a Touron?
I don't know what that is.
Touron. Don't know what that is either. Are those the people that get bit by the snakes?
I don't need to be.
Because I've seen documentaries on that. People go into snake pits and they get bit. They think that it builds up immunity against the venom.
There's is that the prophets, those ones that them like Hybrantha or something, they go in the pits.
They see visions or...
Yeah, I don't need that. No. I just look in a bowl. I don't need to be going, like, having a moment.
Having a moment with your snake friends.
No, this is not a revival.
So, what did I do today? Well,
what did you do?
Well, everybody, my mama came in today, and she wanted to make a necklace for her dog.
For the dog?
Now, that sounds weird, right? Maybe y'all do that. Andrew said, look up Turons of Yellowstone. They do not respect nature, i.e., they pet a moose.
Well, that's how Turon, like Taurus moron.
Taurus moron. So my mom came in, and she has read that amber, like we have Baltic amber, Lithuanian amber, amber can supposedly repel bugs, ticks, mosquitoes, things like that. So it has to do with.
Oh, that's where they are. I'm like, I was looking for
Oh,
the
I was like,
scissors.
I'm just holding them. It has to do with, I guess, when your body heats them up, the amber gives off a slight smell that repels the bugs, and also the static electricity that it builds up with the fur of the animal can also repel the insects or ticks or bugs. So she wanted to, because she has a lot of ticks around her, like we apparently do too. She wanted to make one for her. Yeah, I know. Wanted to make a necklace with some amber for her dog. And she has a French bulldog that has a big neck. We made this big necklace for this dog. We used amber. Yeah, we used amber and some large pieces of vintage plastic put in there. And so she's going to try it and see. And we put it on a stretchy cord because we didn't want the dog it got hung up on something. We wanted it to break. So we made that. And then she also, her sister, my aunt, got her a set of headphones, noise canceling headphones for her birthday, in advance of her birthday, so that she could mow and not have to listen to the tractor, because she has a.
Are they like mine?
These are Beats headphones.
They're
Beats Studio 3's noise canceling headphones. She does have one like yours that she wears now, but it doesn't have the music in it like yours does. So
you know what? That saved my life, because I get that misphonia now, and I was like, I just put those on.
Yeah.
They probably thought I was real extra, like I didn't want to talk to anybody.
Well, we've been in classes where people have worn those.
Yeah.
There's a girl that comes into our pottery class sometimes, and she has the headphones, and sometimes she just wears them, and we know that means we're not talking today, because some people, that I'm that way sometimes.
Yeah, no wonder why people thought it was antisocial.
Well, that happens.
But I also don't want to have piercing pains.
But I also know, like, other people sometimes on the spectrum. Is that the correct way? I guess that's not the way to say it anymore, or is that the way to say it?
For autism?
Yeah. Will wear those sometimes when they don't want to be.
Or when they have to
when they're
interact
in public
with people.
Yeah.
They have ones that's like an inner ear. The more and more I look into it, I'm like, this sounds right.
Well, anyway, so she wanted my help to get those attached to her phone and make it work. And she has an Apple Watch, so I was telling her that she can listen to her music without even taking her phone on her lawnmower. She can just stream it through the watch to the headphones then. So we got all that set up. And then, of course, I said, come in on a Friday, because Fridays in the store are generally, they have been historically the slower days. Today, we had a couple from the Netherlands.
Wow.
They came into to Jada's cafe next door, and they pointed them over here. They were coming from California. They had taken a 3-month vacation. In the Netherlands, they get 3 months of vacation time, right? Europe.
Holiday.
They get their summer holiday. It's like 3 months. I don't know. I think they were retired and they were just doing it, but they wanted to travel the U.S. So they started in California, and they have been driving across the country, taking their time over the last 3 months. And they ended up in Moxham in Johnstown.
Wow.
And she bought a pair of earrings, which was sweet. She got some food. They got some food next door. We talked a little bit.
Did you
And
ask them how they found out about it?
they just said they were driving through. It just happened to be a midway point between there and I forget where they said they were headed, and they just decided to stop and eat. So they were in Johnstown for no other reason than stopping along the way. So they stopped there, and it was nice to talk to them. And then we had our friend Katie. Katie came in. Katie Kinka came in and picked up some stuff and bought some new stuff. She's a jewelry maker, and she
teaches classes too.
She does
right?
teach classes in Johnstown as well. So she stopped by, and it was good to see her. And she brought her friend Sam in, who runs the cafe downstairs, is the manager of the cafe downstairs from where she teaches.
Oh, I haven't been there yet.
That's what I said. We haven't gotten there yet.
We walked by.
I know. But and they picked up a few things. And then Jaora from Jada's Cafe came in, and she had no blue earrings today for her blue outfit. So she bought some of the earrings I made the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, from our loose gemstone collections. And she bought those earrings, and she met my mom, and I guess she had met my mom. Yeah, she had met her before. And then Mina and Bina came in, the kids, and they wanted to make earrings, which meant they wanted me to make them earrings. So they had some gift cards from the catering job their dad did. They got gift cards for it too. Their tip. And they came in and picked out some stuff. And then our friend Marie came in just as I was about to close. I was about to close the door, and she had ordered food next door, and it wasn't ready yet. So she came over and wanted to see what she could pick up from us. And I noticed she had lost an earring. And I said, "You lost an earring. You need earrings today." So she bought a pair of earrings to match her outfit. And she was going on about she's going to come in for a class with her sister and friends for her birthday next week. So that should be a load of fun. And then and then two young people came in. They live right across the street. And she is very interested in jewelry making and pottery. She has a potter's wheel that she too has not gotten up and running, I think. But she's done some sculpture and some painting, but she's trying to get into pottery and interested in jewelry making. So it was a busy day for the day that my mom decided to come in.
She should come in every day.
I know. That's what I said. I said, you just need to come up every single day. Every day.
Bring the grandkids.
I know. But she was up there to get some blood work done, and she just happened to be in Johnstown. So we made a plan to do it. And it was a fun day. She was there almost all day. I ran over to Coke Ceramics because I was picking up a package for my pottery teacher. She's not going to be up in this area, so I picked up some stuff for her to take down to her and talk to them a little bit. I was looking at glazes. I wanted to buy glazes, but I held back.
You should also look at the glazes we have before you buy them.
I know. That's what I said to myself. I said, Andrew says, if I buy glazes, what do we have shelves and shelves? Where?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
See, I can't look at them if I don't know about them.
They're at the cottage.
But I did say, I said, I know Andrew just bought a bunch of stuff. And I said, if I buy this stuff, and he's like, but you could have made that, then I'd be in trouble. So I did not buy any glazes, but they do have good prices on them. And I think they're running a 20% sale on some glazes.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So,
I don't even do the ceramics as much. And I'm like,
because I was thinking underglazes, because I was like, I'm thinking about making some ceramic beads or pendants and things.
Like the matte velour glazes that I like?
I don't know what. These are just regular underglazes. I don't know. They had a bunch of different stuff. I don't know the difference so much yet. Because I've never played with underglaze yet. So, but I was thinking about getting some underglazes to play with because I know that's how people who make the ceramic beads get the colors a lot of
Well,
times.
there's different kinds. So the thing about the underglaze is you can do it and it's kind of like matte a little bit. And then you put a glaze on
Like
top
the
and
clear
it
glaze.
brings out.
Yeah, these ones were the ones that you could do either way.
So this stroke and coat.
I don't know if it was called that, but they did have some that were called that. I don't know if the ones I was looking at. Stroke and coat, I think, were the ones that if you heat at the temperature we normally heat it at, they go lighter. I think that was so. They had another one that was.
So the underglazes actually go darker when you put the clear on top.
No, it wasn't when you put it. It's just when you fire them at cone 6, they get light instead of sticking to, because you're supposed to fire I think it was the stroke and coat at 04 or 05, and if you fire them at up to 6 or at a higher fire, they go lighter. So, but they do have ones that you fire at 6 and they stay the way they are.
Is it cone 6 or cone 06?
Cone 6.
Okay.
That's what we fire at. Anyway, so that is, I went over there and did that today. And then I talked to our neighbor who bought the house next door. I guess he was cleaning up the property.
Okay.
And
ask him if he wants to sell it.
I know. I'm like, do you sure you want this place? And then
you can stop cleaning it up.
Right. You don't even have to do it. And then I talked to our other neighbor, James, a little bit, just real quick, said hi. And yeah, so it was a busy day in the store, good day. Felt good to have people in the store. It felt like one of those days where things were happening, right? But that means I also took no pictures of anything today that I was going to take pictures of and put online. Didn't have time, but that's okay. I'd rather have people in the store doing things, making things. So yeah, we have plans for next weekend to do some classes, and it should be fun. So that was my day. I also stopped and got a coffee today at the Morning Grind.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was my treat for the day. But that was all that I had today. My coffee. No, I did get a bagel. I got a bagel too. Even though I have bagels here, I left the house without my bagel because I was rushing out this morning. I had like loads of stuff to take this morning, and I was gathering everything together, and I walked out without my bagel. So I had to get a little bit to eat. And then
happened.
Yeah. And then that was my day. That was what I did. How was your day, everybody?
What did y'all
What's
do?
happening? What's going on?
Happy Friday.
Friday.
Did y'all like and share the video yet?
This one?
This one.
Did you do it?
I'm trying to get people to look at my stuff so I can not feel so guilty.
Don't make Andrew feel guilty, everybody.
I talked about this in a post I wrote last night about it's a thing called survivor's guilt. So this happens a lot with poor people. When they kind of are not poor anymore, they still think that they're like not worthy of the things that they have in life.
I do that a lot.
What did Andrea say?
I sold more of Betty's tools and got none of my work done. Laughing face.
So if you don't know, Andrea is having a sale. Betty Longie's Tools. If you don't know who that is, she was one of the co-authors of Creative Metal Forming. And unfortunately, she had gone into memory care. And so the sale of her tools will help pay for the extra expenses. So unfortunately, she can't live at home anymore.
And that's Warrior Metalsmith on Instagram.
Yeah.
If you'd like to check out the tools and the pricing and all that.
Yeah.
Please do check that out. There's lots of good stuff. Andrew has been eyeing it.
I need to sell more of these dragons.
You do.
Replenish the coffer. So that's one of the other things is like whenever I take a class or do anything artistic or whatever, I like to. So here's a sad thing. I wanted to go to see the show that I'm in up at Seton Hill, but
Couldn't do it
I
today.
couldn't do it today. So if they're open tomorrow, maybe I'll go in the morning. But the one person, they're out of town. So you're just going to have to take a lot of pictures. But that kind of is not my favorite that I don't get to go.
When am I going to that?
It's on the, I'll send it to you. It's the 27th.
Is it a weekend?
It's a Saturday evening.
Okay. Well, this is in the evening. I can get back in time. Michelle says, I did nothing today. Was tired. Andrea said, thank you, guys.
And be nice to Andrea. Don't be a problem.
Don't be a problem. We know you won't
Because some
be a
of them
problem.
people, they don't pay the shipping, and then she's just going to live in
Some
her living
heavy
room.
stuff. You got to pay your own shipping.
How you going to have somebody do that? They're going to have to, like, what you going to do?
Suzanne went to dinner, says back later. Have a good dinner. Norma says, I'm making a necklace with the red carved resin flower I got from the Total Request Live.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Right.
Tomorrow I will be back making another bracelet, says Michelle.
Oh, good.
MJ watched a candy video, watched a video of a crafter who lost her Westie today. She and her husband are devastated. Yes, that's no good. That's no good. Yeah. So what were we saying? There was something I was going to.
You were asking people how their days were.
I know, and you were saying something. Oh, about survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
How that's a thing. That's a real thing for me. Like, I have a really hard time. Like, I will give if I get like if we are able, I get a new phone or I get a new device or I get a new tool, or I will make every like reason why we needed this and had to have it, or it's not just like I got it, we're lucky, thank you. It's like, yeah, we needed it because we needed to do this and this and we sacrificed it. Instead of just being like, it's okay, I can accept this from the universe. It's all right to have things, to get things sometimes. I've always been like that. I've always felt like I needed excuses to have. And so that's definitely comes from growing up without a lot of money.
So for me also, I like to, whenever I do something creative, I like to sell some of my artwork to help fund it. Because I feel like so our business, I don't know, you all know this, we're in a state of transition as we are, we just launched the new store and the new location, and it's kind of vulnerable right now.
Yes.
I mean, it's in some ways it's less vulnerable because we do have a tenant upstairs. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So that helps, but at the same time, we're still trying to grow that. Mm-hmm. So we don't have a steady baseline to draw from.
We had a good day today. It was nice, but last week I had maybe 2-3 people come in the whole weekend.
So you just never know. I think also it was hot.
It was hot.
So I don't think people,
it's much nicer today. People are walking around.
Maybe sell ice pops. Go to Walmart.
I know, right? Going to be giving away the ices.
No, giving.
He said, no.
You go Walmart, go buy them.
It's one free with purchase.
You just sell the ice pops. My sister, Sheila, she used to do that. She started this thing where she convinced my parents to go to the Sam's Club and get the jumbo size thing of Now and Laters. And then she's like, I'll pay you back. And so she got the Now and Later, and so she had this like candy ring, and she had like this special little case that she'd bring out. And then, so somehow she convinced the people that they needed friendship bracelets. And if you didn't have a friendship bracelet, then you're not good friends. And so she had these girls that were working for her making these friendship bracelets, and she was like a little kingpin, queen pin.
Nice.
At like age, like 10. I don't know how old they were, but they're still elementary school time. And so the teacher called my mom in and was like, do you know your daughter's doing this? And then my mom was like, "Oh, good."
Of course, she's like, no problem with that.
She's like, "This is great. How can we grow her
How
business?
can we expand this circle?
How can we make her have more money and more clients?" And then they're like, "You can't be doing this."
Like, that's wrong.
The kids is like taking their lunch money and buying candy. And then she's like, "Well, they should know better."
Right. That's right. Amanda says, I'm trying to design earrings with the red check glass fish from a check glass live sale. I saw those fish. I remember those fish.
Oh, the ones that look like Swedish fish?
Yeah. Someone came into the store while I was sorting those fish, and they're like, are these available? And I said, I have to check. And they had them in their hands. And I said, I'm sorry. They're already sold. Someone tried to get those fish. So I can't wait to see what you do with them.
Yeah.
The pressure's on now.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Marianne spilled her blueberries and had to pick them up. That's quite the day. I'm wondering which color of wire to work with the red fish.
Hey, show this and ask Andrea how they make this. Do you know Carol Webb, Andrea? How does she make that?
How does she make that? You gonna find out? Visit Andrea. Say, I want to make this.
I don't necessarily want to make this. I just want to know how it's made.
Andrea says yes.
Okay. Is that the Marriage of Metals business?
Die press.
Yeah, but is that like there's copper and silver, I think. I don't know why.
Says I can show you.
Oh, good.
That's what he wanted to hear. That's really what he wanted to hear. Marian's staying indoors, hiding from heat and smoke. Oh, no.
Bimetal.
MJ's got to go, but Andrew, I love reading your posts. They touch me deeply most of the time. I agree about the guilt. Well, thank you for hanging out with us for a little while, for an hour.
Oh, we didn't even get to show the thing that I'm trying to peddle.
I know. Bimetal etched through copper won't etch silver. You're going to learn some new stuff. Amanda says, we're finally having nice weather today and yesterday. Yeah, it was beautiful today here. We were up to 82, I think, but it's like 74 right now.
It seemed like I'm going to be making an order.
Yeah, there it is. That same place we keep hearing about.
I know. I have an order form. It's somewhere over there.
You better sell a lot of dragons.
I know. I want to buy the Baldwin patina and I want to buy the Rococho, even though I don't have a daikon radish or something. I watched this lady, and she's from Japan, and she's shown how to do it. I guess they go and they put the stuff in this copper pot, and then they mix this up, and then you have to like keep stirring it, and then I was like, how long do you have to stir it? And she was like, 2 hours. I was like, you have to stir this for 2 hours? I guess I have that.
I don't think you're going to be doing that.
I might, just to do it one time.
Okay. I'm not going to be doing that.
We'll take turns. It's shifts. No, don't say no, William. Be supportive of your husband.
Michelle says, my family had to fill me up with a bunch of food and natural sugar last night. My LVL almost went to under 70. You've got to take care of yourself. What are you doing?
Don't get wild.
Don't get wild. You're supposed to stay around a long time. It was in the floor of my car, so they didn't go too far. The blueberries in the car, that's even worse. That's even worse because you miss one of those and you're going to know about it in a day or two.
Maybe.
In the heat, that's going to turn into a fuzzy little patch.
Yeah, in the heat, it turns into raisin.
After
blueberry raisin.
Andrea says, Carol was a beautiful metalsmith and my friend of many decades. She passed in 2016.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I have some of her stuff. So.
Yes, you do.
I probably should bring you all the jewelry and say, who made this?
I know
who
you
made this?
Get those answers. She probably knows all of them.
You probably are best friends with all of them.
Amanda says, we held our weekly soccer class for our little neighborhood kids. It was fun. 2 groups, 3 to 4 years and 4 to 5 years. That's cute. Marion says, I got all the little blue beasties. Good. Get them all. See, but there's not more people watching for me than for you.
Who is that?
We got 7 people.
7?
I know. I lost people.
Maybe go and show some skin.
I know.
Work out.
I need to do a lot of working out before I do that.
You know what? There's a thing called AI.
AI.
You know what?
I know. I was playing with the AI on Facebook the other day.
What?
And turning myself into all these other people.
What? I didn't see that.
No, I didn't share it. I was like, this is crazy. But it was fun. But I was like, they don't really look like me. Like they distort a little bit. I'm like, but if I did look like this, I could have another job.
I'm gonna
on the internet. They're not in my pictures.
Well, I'm gonna look.
He's like, I'm gonna look. But yeah, so I said I gotta start working out, because if I can look anything close to this, I'd be happy with myself.
I'm happy dumpling time.
He's happy dumpling time.
I do feel better when I was at the
I know you had so much energy yesterday. You like woke up with a happy tune in your heart and going to the forest and cooking and doing stuff.
Now it's back to crying.
Now he stayed up too late. Back to crying. Gently crying. You probably get a lot of work done too.
I don't know. I still get more work done at night.
More work than you got done in your classes?
Let's just be truthful.
More work than... Am I starting with these?
What
am I starting with? We got to get this show on the road.
Let's flip it.
I know. That's what am I starting with?
So we're going to have 2 different numbers. And we're going to start...
Oh my God, I got to make 2 different spreadsheets?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to give you all... first dibs on these, y'all. So, I guess you can start with no, do these ones. So this is going to help offset some of my travel expenses. So these are the collages. They're only $20. They're similar to the ones that I did before.
We got a little back. How are we doing this? Oh, they're numbered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is just for the thickness.
Okay, everybody. If you'd like to purchase from this video, just like all of our videos mostly, take down the lot number. This is DF1. Send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. That's all you got to do. That's it. First come, first serve. There is only one of each of these. $20 each only. Great deal for cute little collages. This is the first one. You want to help Andrew get to class?
Yeah,
help him pay for that meal plan.
I know, boy. The one meal plan there is high, so the food better be good.
I saw that. I said that food better be dang good.
I know, the one was delightful.
DF1, $20.
And there's 44 dragons. So, and I'm not naming them because people are like, oh, I love the names when you name them. You know what? I sold like 2. So I'm not naming them anymore. You can name them.
We dropped down to 4 people. Thank you for you 4 tuning in. Wow. DF1.
I don't even know what I'm doing with my life anymore.
DF2. I think the numbers are just wrong. Did anyone get caught up in that Microsoft Windows update issue today? Did y'all hear about that? Apparently, it wasn't a Windows update. It was an update from another carrier, another person, another company. But they did the update, and it broke like point of sale systems that run Windows. It broke, like, airlines had to cancel flights because they couldn't book flights. They couldn't
There was
fly.
a website that I used that was down yesterday.
Yep, banking could have been down. Anything that used like secure Windows went down this morning. So if you had issues, that's probably why.
And we're gonna have other stuff after the dragons. So
yes, there's more after the dragons. This is DF2. I'm gonna go through these.
And then I'm gonna post these in an album on my personal timeline after this. But you get first dibs this way if
First dibs.
you want. And I told the Patreon people about this first because I was like, our Patreon people are getting neglected.
Oh, don't neglect them. Michelle said, did it affect our bank and phone app, our bank phone and app? Amy says, yes, many of my coworkers got the blue screen of death. I had to use a different VPN connection to get into work. Yeah, it was a big thing. It took down a lot of anything that runs Windows. Secure Windows stuff, I guess. I guess they pushed a patch out later in the day and got things back up and running. Oh, and by the way, these are 3 by 4 approximately. 3 by 4. Signed on the back, numbered on the back, titled on the back.
These are cheaper than the ATC ACEO cards that I make.
Yeah, they are.
So this is special price. And if you do just buy these cards, the shipping won't be that much because it's like what? The price of a stamp if I put in a greeting card?
Maybe. That's how you're doing it.
Yeah, if you don't have other stuff, because otherwise, then what is it?
About $4.70 on average. That's what we charge.
So I'll put in a greeting card.
$4.70 goes in a padded envelope in a box.
In a box?
Yeah, usually these go in their jewelry boxes if they fit.
Well, if you have stuff already, then we'll combine it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, we'll put in a greeting card to save you money. Because I know, I get it. So I was talking to some people, and they were like, "Yeah, times is tough," and so, like, I understand. I don't want to make stuff that people can't afford, and I know that this is kind of like a splurge. You can't eat artwork, and it's not like a tool purchase.
And you're probably not reselling this.
You could if you want. If you make more than $20, then you can.
He's like, have at it.
I'll have you be my galleryist.
Right.
One of them. Yeah, do it. Make that money for me. I'll have a gentle supply for you.
A gentle supply. Ooh, I like this one. I like this patterning on this one.
This one's a little bit different.
Yeah, it is. DF10.
And
Dragon Friend 10.
I try to make them cute. So the backgrounds are collages, and then I did some gel prints on the backgrounds, and then I did layers of paint on top. And they are using old collages of mine and drawings. So there's a lot that goes into making these. And then I draw out the shapes all by hand. And then they're all cut out by hand. These aren't cut out on the laser. So each one is different and unique. And
I like how their eyes are shiny.
And then I embellish it with different markers and pens. A little bit of detail here and there. And then, yeah, so at some point tonight, we'll put them up an album on my timeline. And if you have any questions, I'm always happy to, answer about my artwork. So if people are curious about different inspirations or things like that, let me know. Or the process. I can even talk about the process, which I just kind of did already.
This one's cool. I like this one too.
Yeah, that one has a nice contrast around the head.
And I like this slash marks. They remind me of that. What's that metal that has those marks? So there's like a non-slip, non-skid kind of metal. I like that.
I don't know that.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, so for me in my artwork, sometimes it seems like I'm all over the place, but really, if you look at it, I use a lot of the same color palettes. Also, what is that? I used to do
CC shows with Carol.
Oh, well, there's we bought out a collection of art jewelry from somebody who was in Baltimore. So isn't the ACC show in Baltimore?
She also sent you messages I saw.
Oh, okay. I don't have my phone on right now because
I have the phone.
Camera. So, anyways, so I use fantasy and whimsy as a vehicle to explore identity. I think it's super important as a tool. Yeah, I think it's a nice way to do that. So for me, a lot of things come from my childhood, but also there's a lot of stuff about, like what do dragons represent? For me, they're protectors. They're also, guardians. And I also think of them as like creatures of wisdom. And so I like dragons. I've always liked dragons. I've always liked that kind of fantasy.
This one looks like a cute little dragon friend.
Yeah, I wanted this to be called the Hatchling event because these are a little less embellished. And this is actually, so I made a series that was like this. And they're all part of that kind of same series. But I embellished those more. And after I embellished them, I kind of regretted it. And I know that sounds bad, but I do like there to be, I don't know, I want to get more simplicity in my work. And this is it's not easy what I'm doing because there's lots of processes and steps to make these. But I also, I get where I noodle with things. And I think sometimes when I do that, I overwrought things. I overdo them, and it loses some of that like spontaneity and that kind of energy in them. So I purposely kept these on the more not noodling on them, so that they had that kind of a little bit of that freshness, and I really like them like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like the other ones too, okay, but I like these almost a little bit more.
Michelle says DF21 is really cool.
Thank you. So, and let us know if you can see them okay in the colors, if they're coming through.
I didn't even turn on. I don't know if that's better or not better.
It does make the room extra hot. And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're better like this.
The one kind of bleached out the color.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the School of Visual Arts in New York City, and I worked with a lot of geometric artists and abstract expressionists and non-representational artists. And so when I was in school, a lot of my work kind of took on that flavor. And, I don't regret that time that I spent doing that. However, when it took a lot of time for me to kind of deprogram in a way and kind of rediscover my own voice again. And when I first went into art school, I painted dragons and stuff, and people were like, "You can't do this. It's not serious. It's not high art. You're not gonna be able to make a living doing this." And you know, it was one of those things that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way because that's what kind of interested me. Cool, cute things, fantastical things, mythological things, magical things. Those are the things that got kind of make me excited about artwork. So when people told me that I couldn't make that kind of artwork, it was hard, but I did learn from the different art teachers, and I learned what I could from them. And I still think that I apply some of those lessons. So there's things about like color theory that I still use. There's things about texture and materials. So I did take what I could from those teachers, even though they made vastly different work than I do. Um, and I kind of made it my own. So, yeah, I think that's kind of, you know, what we have in life.
Suzanne is back. Hello. DF28 is nice contrast, says Michelle.
And so some of them have more contrast, some of them have less contrast. And I kind of think that they're both kind of neat in the sense that if I was a dragon, I'd probably want to have a camouflage. So some of them kind of disappear, but also, some of them don't. So yeah, I hope people like these. I'm also interested in mythological kind of texts and illuminated manuscripts, and I really like different things like art history kind of based fantastical creatures. So some of them, like I loved like medieval art where they would paint dragons and stuff, but they didn't have necessarily a dragon to draw inspiration from. So they would like look at a sheep for reference, or like a dog or a cat for reference. And so some of the shapes became very kind of like they look like other animals. And I kind of love that. There's something so charming. And so I love that. There's almost something like outsider art about it. I can't necessarily be called an outsider art because I did go to a 4-year college and got a degree in painting and mixed media. But at the same time, I don't know. I think it's just really lovely when you can draw on that kind of imagery. And so I hope people like these. I know it's one of those things that I get it.
I like this one a lot.
Sometimes it's not always easy, but I don't know. It's a nice way to help. If you like to see the travel adventures that we go on, this will help offset the cost of that and help fund the trips. So if you like it when we go rock hunting or stopping by to see things, this helps with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, You know, all those things cost money.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So that's the only way that we can afford to do that is if we kind of figure out ways of recouping some of those costs. So, yeah, when I was growing up, some stuff happened, some personal tragedies in my life. And as a result, I kind of retreated into these books on fairy tales and mythology and comic books and different things like that. And so for me, it's always been, art has always been something that kind of saved me. It was something that kind of provided a safe haven for me, a soft place to land. Um, and no matter what happened in my life, there was always that. There was always my imagination. And so I could take things like, a margarine tub and it could be transformed into a treasure box. And I could have some inexpensive plastic beads and they would be jewels. And I could make crowns for myself and they're made of cardboard and construction paper, but they ended up being in my imagination, these wonderful kind of things of precious metals. And so
Michelle or Amanda says, I like how some of them look like they are swimming or flying.
yeah, and that's another thing is there are some of them, like when you research different dragons from around the world, there's all different kinds. So in South America, they have what's called the Quetzalcoatl, which is a god who is the feathered serpent god. And in some places, there are water dragons when they're in coastal areas or island nations. There is also earth dragons and fire dragons, and there are all kinds of wyvern, and there's just a lot of really rich history to pull from. I just finished a series of books by Naomi Novka, Novik, Novik, Naomi Novik. It's the Tema books, and those ones are based in the Regency time. So, like, think Pride and Prejudice, and like Napoleonic Wars and stuff, but with dragons. Like, what would happen if there were dragons in this kind of conflict? And there were 9 books, and so I just finished those, and we also have been watching House of the Dragon.
Yeah, we have.
For better or for worse, and Game of Thrones. Yeah, I don't like it when the dragons get hurt.
I know.
I was like, I don't care about these fool people, but they earned it. But the dragons didn't do anything. And so I also think of them as like signs of independence and of strength and of being, who you are as an individual. A lot of my backgrounds have kind of rainbow elements to them. And I think that is a nice kind of, a nod to playfulness and and this the most silly.
It's got a happy smiling face.
Uh-huh.
That's cute.
Yes.
And that's the last one, DF44. We got more stuff for you though.
Yeah, so don't worry if you don't like my little collages. I know sometimes it's not for everybody. So I get that. Not everybody likes that.
All right.
So what we're going to do next is my friend Marty Brown, she has a business called the Dragon's Odyssey in Milford, New Jersey. We stopped by, or I stopped by and saw her. If you didn't see the live the other day, I did kind of an impromptu live where I went to her studio and visited with her. And I also picked up some components. So I hope you all enjoy these. We're going to start making our own components in niobium. Now, niobium is a wonderful metal. I'll read you the little talk. All right. What is niobium? Niobium is a naturally occurring metal element. It is in its unanodized state. Niobium is naturally gray. Its melting point is 4474 Fahrenheit. Holy smokes. I mean, that's more than steel, y'all. Niobium is lighter and more comfortable to wear than sterling silver or gold pieces of the same size. It is purchased as a sheet, wire, rod, or tubing. Niobium does not react to acids or alkalines. This means that it is hypoallergenic when worn. And then it says, what is anodizing? Anodizing is an electrical process causing the formation of thin, transparent oxides within the surface of niobium. Different voltage settings cause the oxide to grow to predictable thicknesses. When the light strikes the surface of the transparent oxide, some of the rays bounce off the oxide and some pass through to reflect off the base metal. The light rays bend with or cancel each other out to determine the colors seen. The colors are an effect of light refraction and are not created by pigments. So all the colors of the color wheel cannot be created.
So these were green ear wires. Niobium is hypoallergenic. So you will have no issues making your jewelry using these and selling them to people. They do not react with people's skin.
And also, just because it's not silver or gold does not mean that it's not a precious metal. This is a precious metal. The price is comparable to sterling silver.
Yeah.
So just know that, so you don't think that this is like aluminum can or something. This is niobium, and
this is actually a really good price for niobium.
Because it's a little bit spendy.
You're giving them a good price. Well, we have, I mean, our ear wires in the store for silver plated are $2 a pair. So you're getting like niobium. It's not plated. This is full niobium.
And they're anodized by hand by Marty Brown.
Yeah, $2 a pair only.
Yeah, so you don't get the whole handful. You get
a pair.
2. And we have 3 of each of those available.
Yeah, if these do not sell, they're going to sell in store without a problem. Because you don't know how many people come in allergic even to silver or gold. I've heard it even since we moved up to Johnstown, which has not been a long time. People have already, do you have something that people won't be allergic to? My friend's even allergic to gold. Yes, now we do. We do. Niobium. These are a lighter green. Michelle says, is this a brand new metal?
No.
It's just people don't hear about it. You hear about titanium, right? This is on the periodic table of the elements by itself, just like titanium.
Yeah, it's not something, it's used mostly in manufacturing because it does have such a high melting temperature, and it's not corrosive to acids or alkalines. So it's used a lot for shielding for stuff and used in like mechanical processes. So a lot of times people have it, they just don't know they have it.
Yeah, it's used in things you don't even know. Michelle says, my mom is allergic to all metals except gold and silver. She will not be allergic to this.
Yeah, because if she's not allergic to that, then this does not react at all.
Yeah.
Silver is reactive. Gold is reactive. You can etch silver with acid.
Mm-hmm.
You can etch gold with acid. You can actually dissolve gold with chlorine. So if you have a gold ring on and you get in that hot tub, you may not have it because it can weaken the metal structure. Yeah. This will not.
She's been selling this a long time. No one has ever reacted, and it does not react. You can look it up. It does not react with people's bodily fluids or skin.
It's not going to turn your skin colors either. The oxide layer is a layer. So if you roll around on the concrete, maybe you scratch it out, but it's pretty durable.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, with tools, if you're confident, you can open and close it, no problem. If you're somebody who's real clumsy and is real scratchy with your metal, you can scratch it, unfortunately. But you have to actually try to kind of get that. So, oh, I love that blue.
I know, it's like a blue purple.
Imagine that with these.
Yeah, you have to imagine these with all your stones you've got. Yeah,
And
imagine that with those pearls.
When I was writing for books and magazines, I used to use Marty Brown's niobium all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Marion said Tierra Cast had niobium components. Somebody recently purchased equipment from them to continue making them. Yes.
And it's no longer produced in the US.
It's no longer in the U.S. It's a Greek company.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Greek company that bought them, so they're not U.S. based anymore.
So these are, we're in an international world. This comes,
Mm-hmm.
It's mined in Canada, in Brazil, and different parts of the world. And then they send it to different parts to process it. So, it's an international metal.
These are head pins. They're $1 each.
And these are kind of a green color.
And there are 6 of them available that we have for y'all.
And do you want to measure how long they are?
They are 1.5 inches.
So if you have transparent beads, this would be really great because
beautiful clear quartz.
Yeah, pick up that color.
And you're not going to worry about this touching anyone's skin again because it's not going to bother them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for, if you have customers who are very allergic, have issues with most everything.
Even some people have reactions to stainless steel.
Mm-hmm.
Because steel is a ferrous metal, and some people are allergic to iron.
Yep.
And they're probably descended from fairies.
Beautiful NJ7, $1 each, 1.5 inch head pins, niobium. Ooh. Oh no.
I'll be like, you better find it.
Marion says, I like the colors you chose.
Yeah, and so if it's popular, we'll start. We're going to make our own because we already bought the anodizer. Yeah. So we just have to do it.
Yeah.
Because we already bought it. But we're going to try to do some different things. And you can get a whole kind of rainbow of colors. Some of the colors, it's more like printer colors, so it's like CMYK. Where a red, you don't really get you don't get a red. It's more of a fuchsia color.
They're pretty colors.
Yeah, I think they're fun. And again, hypoallergenic, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, you can't eat it with acid or alkaline, so...
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, is that I mean, if you're in sales, jewelry sales, you obviously probably already know how many people say, oh, is this going to turn me green? Oh, is this going to react? Oh, and with a lot of metals, even some silver and gold, you cannot guarantee your customer that that person, you can say most likely they're going to be fine. But with this, you're able to say confidently it is not going to react. Which I think is pretty cool. Trying not to lose these.
Yeah, precious metals. So it's a rare mineral.
It's on the periodic table in and of itself.
It's kind of a sad story, though, because it's named after Niobe, who is a Greek goddess who was the daughter of Tantalus. And I guess she had kids, and she's so proud of them that she bragged so hard and was talking smack about Apollo and Artemis, and so then she then got thunderstruck, her kids.
Now these are tubes. They're 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 5/8" tubes. And they are $2.50 each per tube.
Now these ones, they're like a little bead.
Yeah.
And there is mostly peacock, and then there's a hard line, and then the hard line then has kind of a rainbow color. And they're done in different techniques. So
and the holes are just about 2.4 millimeters.
Changing the electrical thing changes the colors you get. So there's that. And then, yeah.
I like these tubes.
I think they're fun.
They're really pretty. I like the little green lines in these with the kind of yellow gold. NJ11, $2.50 a tube, 6 tubes available.
So, yeah. What are y'all eating for dinner tonight? Of course, I'm going to ask. How many people are watching?
10.
Oh, I bounced up a little bit.
A little bit. 9 now.
I should be quiet.
Charlie joined us.
Hey, Charlie.
Thanks for joining us out there.
I do think that sometimes it doesn't report the numbers accurately.
NJ12, $2.50 a tube. Is beautiful ombre. From that purple into the blue into the green. Very peacock-like. $2.50 a tube. 5/8" lengths. About 2.4 inch or 2.4 millimeter holes. Suzanne had pasta Alfredo.
That sounds good.
Norma had pizza and salad.
That sounds awesome.
Charlie says, went out with the girls and we got pizza.
That sounds great.
Nice.
Okay, so the next one, unfortunately, I can't help identify what the actual rocks are. But some of y'all had expressed interest in maybe getting some of the specimens that I picked up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have some of these. So I'm going to get, where we turn off the lights. Can you turn off the office lights?
Siri, turn off the office.
3 of your accessories are not responding.
Marianne had Polish sausages on a bun with mustard for lunch. Dinner has been snacks. turkey, mashed potato, green beans, and stuffing for Susie.
So, is it going to be like last night?
What?
These look better in real life. So this is a shortwave UV light. So this is not a regular
Black light.
black light. Sometimes they just paint the glass with a film, and then that's what they call black light. This is glowing. If you can't see it in real life, it's kind of got like a pinky background, and then it's got green speckles. And it's $5, and you get that as a specimen.
And it looks like this.
You want me to turn on
This is what it looks like
when it's not?
in real life.
So I think that's cool.
Yeah. That's
So
what it looks
what's
like in
the number
daylight.
for this?
NJ13.
And this is that. And let me see this. I'll turn the lights off again. And I picked out the best stones for y'all.
He handpicked all these, y'all.
Correct. In a field that was dark or quarry. I baked my brains out for y'all. You can also, they glow under a long wave. So this has more kind of a reddish pink. And then tiny little bits of green.
Look at that. Isn't that cool?
I think they said the blue is, I can't remember, Specialite. When I get off of when he gets off my phone, then I can look some of these up and I'll write little cards that go with each of these.
Okay, let's see what this one looks like in person.
Okay.
Or in real
Make
life.
sure that, yeah, we have to save the battery.
We have that big one too. Down that you just got.
Oh.
Battery's charged.
Where is the battery?
Behind my little coffee table by the couch.
I'll get that.
So this is what this one looks like. And those are what glow red. Isn't that cool? Love it. I haven't seen these yet, y'all, so I'm a little bit mesmerized by them too because I have not seen these under light. It says, looks quite red to me as opposed to my red sun picture that looked pink in my digital photo. I don't know if I saw that yet. Did I see that? Did you post that today? This is very cool. So that's NJ14. And NJ14, that one has sold. Thank you so much. And we have to wait for Andrew. I'll do a finger dance. Anybody like the finger dance? We'll wait for Andrew to come back with his. He got another light that this one might be running a little bit dead soon. So he got one that has a fully charged or should have a fully charged battery. So what do y'all think about the dragons? You like the dragons? You like the dragon paintings? Sold a few of those. Thank you so much. What else? Dragons. How do you think about the niobium? Do you see the niobium being useful for you and your customers? Let us know. It's definitely going to be useful for us. I'm excited to be able to tell our customers that our jewelry is completely hypoallergenic. It's going to be very, very cool. All right.
Let me see.
We're on NJ15 now, coming up.
This is a good one.
Okay, they're all good ones. NJ15. Check that out.
Welcome to the disco.
I know. Look at that glow, and I still have the computer light on. Let me tone this down for y'all. Look at that one.
That one should be more.
Like, that should be more. Marianne says, I don't seem to have too much problem with metals, but the colors attract me in the niobium.
I like that.
Right? We're going to have fun playing with color. So this is NJ15. And in person or in real light, this looks like this. Like, oh, well, look at all those, what look like they're clear, and then they're really red. Isn't that cool? So that's NJ15. NJ16 coming up.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't look like much, but then, so I think these are magnetic calcite. Some of the ones with the black specks. And then Sterling Hill is where this come from. In Franklin. Let me see.
Okay. So this is what it looks like with the light on, regular light. And then
This one doesn't glow as much.
bam.
There is some.
Yeah, there is. What do you mean doesn't glow as? Look at that.
I mean, I tried hard. I picked the best ones, I thought.
Look at that glowing. Yeah, that's like.
So it's got those little specks of red.
Red and green. So this is NJ16.
And I don't have a long way because it was kind of expensive to buy it. I should have maybe bought the long wave since we have a short wave already. I didn't think about that.
Suzanne says these specimens are so cool. I think so.
And I picked these with love.
That was
Got the heat stroke for y'all.
NJ16. It's coming up NJ17.
You want to look in the dark
Let's look in the dark first since we're already in the dark. And do it opposite. This is like a whole crystal.
That's the calcite.
Of just, ooh, a whole crystal. NJ17. And then let's turn on the light. So you can see what that actually looks like. Looks like this. So it looks like that. And when the light hits it, it's red. NJ17. These are only $5, everybody. Quite
it should be
the
more.
deal. NJ18 coming up is this one. It looks like this in person. Does it look like a gray rock?
And then when the lights go out and the party
when the
gets
party
started,
starts, dark red. Look at that deep, deep red.
Isn't that fun?
It's like a blood red in there. It goes from gray to like black and red. This is NJ18, only $5. Marianne's neighbor singing again.
Friday night.
It is Friday night.
It's time to get your love.
Marion says, dragon before specimens for me at the moment. Good, thank you.
That's
We
all
like
right.
it when you like Andrew's art.
Yeah, me too.
It's a good thing. What's next,
see.
Andrew?
I don't know how well this glows. I tried to pick out all glowing ones, but
Okay, so it starts out like this. All right. And then let's see what happens. It's got that. This one looks velvety. Like that red looks like red velvet.
and the blue is a different stone. I think it's spectrite. Spell it something with the S and the
A little bit
F or
of
a
blue
P.
in there.
And it says that lint, and
It's-
the dude laughed.
It's like making it almost purple because you got the blue and the red. So this is NJ19, only $5. Let's see. NJ20 coming up. NJ20.
Oh, it's got the little green.
Yeah, it's got some green bursts in there. NJ20, $5 only. And in the daytime, it looks like this. It looks like a piece of like gravel, right? I mean, honestly. But then when you hit it with that light, look at that beautiful color. Would you even know it did that?
No.
Would not even
I
know.
picked up a bunch of stuff that looked really pretty, and then I went into the black light, and it looked like nothing. And so that's when I did the tumble down the mountain. Did you see that on my stories?
I don't think so.
So when you have rejects, there's like a piece of corrugated metal, and it's like a slide that goes down the hill. And so that's like the best part is you throw your rejects down the slide.
I know I missed that. This is NJ21. Looks like a piece of like driveway filler to me. And then let's see what happens. Like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing these, everybody. Now, Super Dragon Bloodstone.
And I think that that's like a, what they call that, calcite.
Marianne saw the slide. There it is.
These lights is not good for your eyes, so don't aim it at your eyes for extended periods of time.
Do not do that, everybody. NJ21. Is this the last one?
Yeah, I think so.
NJ22. Looks like this.
We'll have more if people are interested.
Yeah, we don't want to bore y'all.
I might try to turn some into like pendants or something, but it'll take some time to do that.
And NJ22 with the lights on. Looks like that. That'd be a cool pendant. Right?
If any of you do lapidary, that could be cool.
Yeah. NJ22. And that, friends, is it for tonight.
These ones.
Look at that. Rainbow Nation.
Do you want to look at the ones that I got for us? I might share some of these, but I got a flat, and
Hmm. This is ours
For now.
for now. Can't even see that this boy.
Maybe it's this one that did it.
I can see it in person, but not in the camera. It just looks.
The blue.
Yeah, it
Can
reflects
you
in
see
blue.
this one
Hmm.
in camera? Maybe it's because the paper.
This one is a bright green. This one, where's Rainbow Nation? Where was that one? This one. Oh, you can't see it on camera. Everybody, this one is glowing green and pink and blue. And on,
Maybe I turn the light on and see if it
helps. Because all you're seeing is like, it looks like a regular light. That's so weird. But in person, it is so beautiful. Well, we thought we were there. You can see some of it.
I think the lenses on the camera like cancel some of it out.
Yeah, especially the blue.
Uh-huh.
Because the blue is turning white.
Yeah, the blue is like crazy. It's like that fluorite that we had last night.
Yeah. This looks like it's been sprinkled with fairy dust. And you can't even see it on the camera. Well, I was going to tease you with them, everybody, but
It's not much teasing.
not much teasing.
This one is like the most like granddaddy one.
Yeah, it's
And you
glowing.
can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Maybe I just make them out of the glow powder.
Make your own.
Like this one has little tiny crystals when they glow. But oh well. That one kind of shows. That's that calcite one.
Yeah. These are cool. In person, you have to come in and see them, everybody.
Uh-huh.
You just got to visit us.
Or buy it.
Or buy it and get your own light.
Uh-huh.
Suzanne says, do you know what formation the rocks came from?
There was actually a volcano in New Jersey, believe it or not. It's no longer active, so I'm guessing that it's from that, like a volcanic. But some of the stones, if you want to look it up, they're called magnetic calcite. The calcite is the white kind of shimmery stone. The black kind of specks are the magnetic part. The red is called willenite.
Willenite.
And franklinite.
Franklinite.
Because it's from Franklin, New
Franklin.
Jersey. And I guess the guy has the name William.
Like me. So thank you all so much, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you had a great time with us on Friday here. I know it's been a week, right, everybody? It's been quite the week. If you are local and in Johnstown, please stop by this weekend. I will be at the store Friday and Saturday. No, Saturday and Sunday. Today's Friday. Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 6. Andrew will be leaving us again.
Mm-hmm.
Next time you see me on the live, Andrew's going to be gone again.
Correct.
And he will be on his way to Tennessee to Aramont.
Yeah.
To take another class that he got a scholarship for. So I don't know what we're going to do for the live. Hopefully Andrew helps us line some stuff up.
We'll see.
He's like, we'll see. And
I tried to line stuff up.
You did. You did a good job. Helped a lot. So if you have any questions, of course, always send us an email. We're happy to answer anything we can. And we hope you have a great weekend. We're going to go get some dinner now. Some mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. See ya.